Hello, how are we? It's been a while, I know. 50 something days, I think. And I'm sorry. But the truth is, I've literally got nothing to say to you. I mean, I could make stuff up or talk about random stuff, but what would be the point in that? I think I left you with the Devon County show. Sure, it was the Devon County show video. And the truth is that, you know, that pretty much floored things for a little while as far as the art side of things go, because I have plenty of animal products in stock. So I haven't had to make anything. I have had to make the odd location print and stuff, because now the tourists have arrived. The couple of shops that those products are in, items have sold, which is nice. So I've had to replenish those, which is good. I did finish a dog portrait recently, which was a mad rush job for a lady that's getting married today. And it was a present for her husband. Beautiful golden retriever. So I did that in super fast time. I even surprised myself, and I was really happy with it, actually. So I took some photos, but they weren't very good. The photos I took of it were when I'd finished it, and it was when the light had gone. So the actual camera made the dark areas, it really put a lot of contrast on it, and they look a lot darker in the photo than they did in real life. But still, if I've got a photo, I shall put it up somewhere for you to have a look. So yeah, so I did that, but honestly, I've got nothing to really tell you. My calendar, if you can see, was a lion for this month. Exciting. There was a koala bear for one of the months, and you missed out on that lovely little treat. And I cannot actually believe that I'm going to be turning that over soon for September. I mean, crazy where this year has gone. Unbelievable. It said on the radio when I was at work yesterday that it was 18 weeks till Christmas Eve. I mean, honestly, it's literally just been Christmas, has it not? And the summer this year in the UK, I tell you what, if I hear one person moaning next year, which I will, about how rubbish our summer was, because it's like a programme thing that people say, I might have to just, you know, well, I don't know what I'll do. I'm telling you, probably nothing, in all honesty. But it has been dry, in my opinion, in this country since about April. And yes, I know we've had the odd drizzle, the odd bit of rain, but nothing to penetrate the ground, really. I'm sure all farmers everywhere are moaning. It's starting to look a lot like when I went to the Camargue many years ago, in that everything's turning yellow. I've got great big cracks in the grass in the garden. It's been so dry and so warm this year, which, you know, is nice. I'm not moaning. I like the lighter evenings. It's very lovely to wake up to blue sunny days, but oh my God, how boring is it? I've realised how much of a winter / autumny / shut the door on the world kind of darker evenings, how much more I prefer that. I prefer to be cold. I mean, I don't. I hate being cold. But I would rather be cold and be able to layer up and get warm than be ridiculously hot on the days where it's been, I don't know, 30 degrees. And no matter what you do, you cannot cool down. I hate it day after day after day. It hasn't been in the 30s day after day after day, but it's just been warm all the time. And I don't mind saying it, because I do actually moan about not liking the heat all the time. So it's not like I've suddenly changed my mind now we've had a good summer. And it is nice. I'm glad we've had a good summer. But the ground needs a good water. The plants need a good water. I'm sure farmers producing crops out there are praying for water. And no doubt we'll be in some sort of drought, because all the tourists have arrived using up what's left of the water. Not that I'm going to moan about it, because, you know, I'm not going to rant. But anyway, my point is, I'm so ready for autumn. I'm so ready for a change. It will be nice. Yes. I think it would be nice. The evenings are getting sort of. To be honest, I think the most perfect scenario there could ever be is light till about 7, 8 o'clock. Cool at night time, please, cool at night time. My house has been averaging about 25 degrees at night. Not good. And just like, I don't know, a temperature of say 21 maximum through the day. I think that is my perfect scenario. If it could just be like that every day, and then, you know, mix it up a bit. Monday, Tuesday, sunny. Wednesday, Thursday, a bit of rain, a bit of wind, just to create that howling noise and sound of rain on the window. I've been longing to work at the desk with the sound of rain against the window. Anyway, shouldn't be sound so ungrateful. At least we've had decent weather, and a lot of people have wanted that for a long time. So this year, I think the summer has been amazing, and nobody can possibly want to moan about it next year. But we'll see. People will find fault, because they always do. Anyway, what else can I tell you? I potentially might be going back to full-time work, which is disappointing, because Jago's Art will have to take, what's the word I'm looking for? I mean, it won't be put on hold, because I'll still need to make prints of stuff for things that are selling in the shop, etc. But I certainly won't have time for dog portraits for a start, or making new things, really. Well, I don't think I will. Yeah, I mean, when I say full-time, it's like I've been offered a job Mondays, Thursdays and Fridays, and I currently work Wednesdays anyway. So it's pretty much full-time by comparisons to at the moment, when I've been able to work on my own business as and when, fit it in around everything else. So yes, things are going to be changing, but needs musts. My daughter was in a job that basically is a job for young adults like my daughter, who aren't really ready for the workplaces yet. The Asperger's is different for everyone. And, you know, one of the, I don't want to say problems with it, because she's great. I mean, she's so unique and wonderful and amazing and brilliant and perfect. But there are traits to the Asperger's that make working in a normal environment quite tricky. If you're not very good at socialising, if you're not very good at making eye contact, if you're not very good at following instructions or necessarily understanding them unless they're given to you in a certain way, if you have a massive fear of failure with regards to everything that you try and do, it makes working in a normal work environment quite tricky. You don't tend to get past the interview stage, because people nowadays, in this fast-paced society we now live in, not even going to get started on that either, naturally they want people that they can employ and they can just get going like that. No extra input required. And young adults like Emily aren't necessarily capable of that immediately. So anyway, she's been working within a business where, through a government type scheme to make it simple, funding is provided to pay for support workers to enable them to learn all the skills they need for when they can eventually go into the the normal work environment, so that she works there whilst getting the minimum wage. But that funding ran out, and so frustrating, because she's been there for, 8 months, and she's just her confidence, for example, has just grown so much. And she's so nearly there, it's ridiculous, but she's still not quite. I mean, bless her heart, she's applying for little jobs here and there and getting nowhere, which is the problem. Anyway, her funding's run out, and the argument is that I'm trying to put forth with the next round I've got to go through to try and get more funding available, is that she's so nearly there, basically, and with another couple of months, or, let's say 6 months, that would make all the difference. But unfortunately, what happens is these young kids are given the opportunity to work in this place, and through no fault of the actual businesses themselves, when they've been there for a certain period of time, like my daughter, the government tend to go with the, well, no, she should be fine by now, so no more funding. And then they're put back out into the normal world and they just don't get anywhere. I know someone who's about my daughter's age, she knows him, who went through this scheme for about 2 years, no more funding available, and he has spent the last 2 years attending job interviews, going for days where he goes to see if he fits, and he's given trials then, that's the word I was looking for, and rejection after rejection after rejection after rejection after rejection, because they're just not quite, they just need that little bit of extra time to get used to doing things, and like with my daughter, once she's done something enough times, she can do it, it's fine, just not immediately. So basically the point is they get thrown back into a black hole again with very, very few ladders around to climb out of it. And it's so frustrating. So my point is I've got to find a means now to to provide for the both of us again. Because obviously for the time she was in that job, she was earning her money and that helped massively. And now she's not. So it's all falling back on me again, which is fine, but there's no way Jago's Art can provide for that. So changes are having to be made, which, yeah, is disappointing from one respect because I've put a lot of years into this. But the reality is, after all those years of putting work into this, if it hasn't by now reached a stage where it can pay for itself, then there is a very good argument for there's no point flogging a dead horse anymore. So, you know, everything happens for a reason. Maybe this is exactly what is supposed to happen and it'll be the best thing that ever did happen. Who knows? So, yeah, I suppose when I say I've got nothing to say, I possibly had a little bit to say. Yeah, but that's it. There's no real Jago's Art news as such, apart from the fact that, well, it's changing massively, I suppose. I have to rethink the title, but anyway. Yeah, so that's it. I don't really have anything else to say to you, other than the Epsom videos are still doing well. Ooh, there is exciting news. When did I get my 1,000 subscribers? That was a good fair few months ago now. And I received my first payment. Well, that's a lie too. It's ready to be paid to me. I've just had to fill out these forms to enable that to be the case. AdSense forms or whatever. But yes, I have my first payment of 60 whole pounds. So that's quite exciting. So yeah, for any of you that are interested, I must have been reached 1,000 subscribers. I don't know. Time flies. It's got to be 4 or 5 months ago, hasn't it? And yeah, recently reached my first £60 mark. And it was thanks to the Epsom videos, because none of the other ones get watched. It's always still, no matter what I do, Epsom, 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 Epsom in the analytics of which videos are being watched. So, thank you Epsom videos for the £60. And yeah, be another 4 or 5 months, might have another £60. And it all helps, for sure. But yeah, so I'm not going to stay on here and just talk about absolutely nothing and bore you to death. So if you got this far, thank you. And thanks for all the lovely comments on the last video. I had a lovely one, actually. Let me see if I can bring it up. Yes, here it is. And I really must reply to it because I only found it yesterday. Didn't even know it was there. Anyway, you have brought such joy to my day. I can really relate to your journey and your genuine excitement in being able to do the creative job you love. I'm a booksmith and have been having similar paper/printer issues. Your positive, relaxed, helpful way have truly helped and inspired me. Thank you so much. How lovely is that? That really made my day. That made me smile. Thank you, Blue Dolphin Studios, for that comment. I must reply to you. But yeah, do you know what? If my videos have done that for people over the time I've been doing them, then that is just brilliant. I love that. I love it. I mean, you know, I've always only just made them and there's never been too much thought. It's literally just me making videos and enabling you to share my day if you so wish to. That's what they've really been about. And yes, obviously some of the Epsom videos, which were more kind of But then at the same time, they were only ever my experience based on those printers for my business. So that's all I've ever really done. And if they've helped you along the way or made you smile, then that's just amazing. So I did have someone the other day, I think it was Canada, chatting to from Canada, and also someone from Australia. So the fact that these videos reach people in places like that is just, well, it's crazy to me, but it's fantastic. So thank you for watching them, and thank you for hanging around, and thank you for putting up with me. And I'm sorry that they've just come to a bit of a stop, but it's not because I can't be bothered. It's not because I've forgotten about everybody. It's literally I've had nothing to share with you. So that's just the way it is. Who knows? Maybe something will turn around and there'll be some exciting news and something will happen, and I'll be able to share that with you. But whilst I have nothing to show you or anything to do, I'm just not going to make videos for the sake of it. So yes, anyway, I hope you're all good, and I hope you have all had the loveliest summer or winter in Australia. I hope it's been kind to you, and I hope you're all keeping safe and well. And yeah, until the next time, no idea when that will be, be good, be kind, and stay safe in what is becoming an ever increasingly strange world that we live in. Right, I'm going now. Over and out. Take care. Bye. Bye. Ooh, bye.